It's the 13th of August. I greet you in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. There are two gifts that we've got to give each other every single day. And those gifts that we give each other are going to be trust and trustworthiness. Those are the two things that absolutely are essential in maintaining relational integrity. And to operate as a team, we've got to choose trust and we have to be trustworthy. Sometimes there are unexplainable gaps that happen between people, what they do and what they actually do, what they're expected to do, I should say, and what they actually do. We've got to choose what we place in those gaps. So our choice determines the integrity of the relationship. What we choose to fill in that gap, whether it be trust or suspicion, will determine the outcome of our relationship. So it could be something as simple as, I ask you to do something and you didn't do it. I ask you to respond to my email and you didn't respond. So when that happens more than once or twice or three times, that's where suspicion somehow gets in there, and trust is, it's vulnerable. It's put in question. So teams, our team here, our staff, our congregation council, the committee work that we do around here, we've got to choose trust always. Because that's the power. That's the currency that we use. That's the purchase power. When you have a lot of purchase power, when you have a lot of trust on your staff or on your congregation council or in your committee work, when you have trust, you can actually access others' gifts and talents and energy and creativity and love. But the development of that trust has to become a leadership strategy. And that's what we've been trying to do for 5.5 years. Well, last night at the congregation council meeting, we addressed some colossal failures. And in addressing those colossal failures, what I was impressed with mostly was that by and large, nobody got defensive, because defensiveness is the killer of maintaining a relationship. Being defensive does the exact opposite that we actually want it to do. We want to be open. We want to be honest. We want to be truthful. There's a text out of the 1 Corinthians, the letter that Paul wrote to the church at Corinth. And it's familiar to you. Love is patient. Love is kind. It doesn't envy. It doesn't boast. It's not proud. It's not rude. It's not self-seeking. It's not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. You know, it's not only the word trust and hope and persevere. It's always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Well, last night was a great opportunity for the members of the congregation council and others that were brought into that meeting to begin a conversation to make sure that what we do always drives us to trust and being trustworthy. I hope this message is important to you. It certainly is important to me as your pastor, and I believe it's important to the people that we place in roles that require leadership. Outside of that, we will only have suspicion. And how wonderful it is that suspicion is going by the way and trust is not only growing, but it's magnifying exponentially. I hope this message is helpful. I hope you hear the positive. I hope you hear that if you fail, that doesn't make you a flop. It only means you got to fix something. I hope, again, that this is a helpful message for you, for your family. Now, don't go shipping this off to your spouse or to your kids saying, see, just think about the message for yourself. Trust and be trustworthy. Be blessed.